How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Lifetime Angler. So today what we're doing is we're going to go over the dropper loop knot. We're going to show you how to tie that, as well as talk a little bit about why you might want to use it. Real quick before we go into that, a couple different uses for it is plenty of different catfish rigs. You'll want to use a dropper loop, thinking the Kentucky rig, thinking on trot lines, on jugs. I know there's a few other different variations of catfish rigs that use a dropper loop. But by far, and it's not just catfish, but it's going to be a multi-species deal, is going to be the drop shot. That's probably the most common time people are going to want to use this knot. Speaking of the drop shot, if you want to learn more about it, go check out lifetimeangler.com. We just put an article up today. 3 different ways that you can rig and use the drop shots, what that article covers. But we're not going to take any more of your time up or talk much more about that right now. Let's go ahead and get right into how we're going to tie this knot up. Alright guys, so to tie the dropper loop, what we're going to start off with is we're going to make a loop. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to make about 10 wraps total. We're going to make our first 5, and then we'll stop. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we stop here, and we're going to take, and we're going to hold a gap. So we'll go ahead and make 6 so I can show you this. This gap right here, we want to hold it. That's probably a better way to show it there. We're going to hold it. So that was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that we have that, we've got our gap we held open here. We're going to take the bottom of this loop and we're going to feed it through this gap that we have open. And this is actually going to be what forms our loop, our final dropper loop. So what we'll do is we'll pull that through. And then we're going to, normally I'd hold this loop in my mouth, but that's not very good camera. What you're going to do is pull on your main and your tag line till it's just about cinched up like that. At this point you would go ahead and wet the knot, and then you're going to continue to pull on your main and your tag line to finish cinching the knot. And that right there is what you'll have. And what these wraps will do is they'll make this loop stand out straight for you. I'll show you this way. It'll make that stand out straight to help get your hook away from the main line there. Alright guys, so really not too bad. Again, keep in mind we're using its 25-pound monofilament that I've had laying around on a spool for about 6 years now, is what I'm using to demonstrate these knots for you. It's great because it's contrast, you can see what's going on with them, but it's a pain to work with. So if you're using either fresher line or a lighter poundage, it is going to be easier to tie that and get that line to work with you. Speaking of different things and what we're doing and everything, y'all, we're trying out a different camera setup. I'm hoping it's going to improve everything for you. So if you would, go down in comments below, let me know if you're liking this, I guess, video and audio quality over what's previously been shared. Hey, I'm all about criticism, so give it to me and we'll move from there. I'm going to do the best I can to put the best quality out for y'all. Anyway, back to what we're talking about today. The dropper loop. Why are you going to want to use it? One thing, as you saw there at the end of it when I held it up for you, that dropper loop helps push that hook away from your main line. It's going to keep your bait or lure, whatever you've got on the end of a hook, from tangling around that main line. It's also going to give the fish a little bit more room to get that and not get your main line, helping you get a better hookup ratio. One thing a lot of people, myself included, I'm guilty of it, will tie a polymer knot for a drop shot or a different rig like that. That hook's sitting right there on that main line, and I personally feel I'm missing a lot of fish. They're hitting that main line, not getting the hook point penetrated into their mouth. With this, I feel like I do have a better hookup ratio. I haven't done any scientific studies or nothing, though. But anyway, I hope you learned something today. I hope you're finding value in this. If you want to see more helpful content like this, if you want to see entertainment content, us going out, fishing, things like that, more of that is coming. Y'all go ahead, subscribe to the channel. If you liked what we went over today, hit the like button. Not much to say about that, but other than that, y'all stay safe and tight lines.